Welcome to Math with Mrs. Cox. We're on Chapter 7, Lesson 2, Order of Operations. We're on page 487 in your math book. Now this is where we go through and we learned the particular order of operations of how we need to do these problems. And it's also important that you don't just do everything in your head, that you write out each expression after you finish each operation. And you'll see what I mean as we go along. Let's begin. The table shows a different number of calories burned in 1 minute for two different activities. Nathan swims for 4 minutes, then runs for 8. How many calories has Nathan burned in all? So we have to evaluate the expression. 12, he swims 12 calories per 4 minutes. So 12 times 4, right here is going to be 48. Then we have to bring down these numbers because we didn't use them. So then our new expression says 48 plus 10 times 8. So now we're going to do the 8 and the 10, and that's going to equal 80. But we need to bring our 48 down so we can see what our new expression is left. Now we have 48 plus 80, and if I go over here and to the side and add them together, I get 128. So Nathan burned 128. The order of operations is a set of rules to use. So we do parentheses first. So pretty please, my dear Aunt Sally. So we have operations. We do parentheses. And then they do the value of exponents, or I like to say powers. So I guess this could also be an E for exponents. I learned it pretty please, but I know nowadays they're trying to teach you that it's supposed to be an E. So I guess we'll write it instead of my old-fashioned way, PEMDAS. Okay, so then we have exponents. So let's just do like a number 1 and a number 1 here. Multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. And when we divide and multiply, this one's kind of tricky. Remember, when you multiply and divide in order, you have to go from left to right. And you add and subtract, it has to be from left to right. There'll be a few questions that they'll try to throw you on that, and you'll get a completely different answer. Oh, it's aggravating. Okay, enough small talk. Let's move to the next page. Okay, example 2. Parentheses also include brackets as well as braces. I know, one more way to confuse you, right? Brackets and braces. Look, there's a bracket and there's a brace. So we perform the actions inside the parentheses first. So a little trick is, as you go to the innermost group. So there's brace, bracket, parentheses, brace, bracket, parentheses. So we're going to do this group right here first, because that's our innermost operation that has parentheses or brackets or something written on it. Okay, so we're going to write the expression out where we have 20 minus 4 plus 4 plus 10 divided by 2. So the first thing we do is what we circled, the 10 divided by 2. So that's going to be a 5. Then did you notice that they wrote the whole expression out of what was left over? That's what you need to do. So your work should look like this upside down pyramid. And if I just see one little answer at the bottom, I'm going to get after you and have you write this whole thing over again. Make sure you write each problem as you do an operation. Okay, enough ranting. Let's continue. Right here we have 4 plus 5 is 9. Then we have 4 plus 9 is 13. And they keep bringing these numbers down. So now we have 20 minus 13 is a beautiful, lonely number 7. So this great big mess of numbers equals 7. Okay, guided practice, evaluate. Ooh, we've got brackets and braces and parentheses. Let's see. Write the expression. They forgot to put the 28 right there, so let's get the 28 right here. And then the next one we need to write down is that lonely 8 at the back. Okay, the first thing we do, if we do powers, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Okay, so we have all of this wrote out. We need to do what's in the parentheses, which is right here. But we've got to translate something first. Let's translate that real fast. So 8 times 8, excuse me, I hate it when I make a mistake like that. 4 times 4 is 16. So we write a cute little 16 right there. Now we do what's in the parenthesis. Parenthesis here and parenthesis here. 16 times 2 is 32. Now we have 32 divided by 8, and that is going to be a 4. Then we come down here and keep on bringing the 28 down. 28 plus 4 is 32. So this great big long expression answered is 32. Okay, make sure you have a good sharp pencil for this and keep your lines nice and tidy. You're going to fit a lot of work into these little narrow margins. And just up here, I'm going to put PEMDAS. Okay, so powers, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Okay, so I don't see any powers in number 2, but I do see some parentheses that we need to do. So in the parentheses, if we have 92 minus 18, do your work over here to the side. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8 minus 1 is 7, so I'm going to put 74 right here. Now write your expression of whatever's left over so you know what to do. So I have 5 times 74, so 74 times 5. 35, 36, 37. And that is your answer. Okay, number 3. All right, we have a power we need to take care of, and it's in a parenthesis, so that's definitely going to be our first order of business. Now, this is not 4 times 2. It is 4 times 4, which is 16. Put 16 there and fill in the rest of the equation, minus 11. Okay, next thing we do is it says that we need to do addition before subtraction. So we're going to do 12 plus 16, 6, 7, 8, 28. So then we're going to have 28 minus 11. And draw cute little arrows there so I know that's what we did. So 28 minus 11, I'm just going to do 11 down here because it's already set up, equals 17. I'm going to write 17 right here. Okay, oof, we've got brackets and parentheses. So let's find the one that's on the very inside. Okay, there's brackets there, and these parentheses are inside all those brackets. So let's do this one first, and then we'll do this bracket, and then we'll do this one together, and then we'll times them together. All right, so 9 times 3 is 27. Okay, now we have plus 3 is what we need to work on, times. So 15 minus 5 will be a 10, so we can work on that one right there. So 27 plus 3, 27, 28, 29, 30. This right here equals 30 times 10. Well, 10 times 30, gosh, I just add an extra 0 to that, so that's 300. Number 5, I don't see any parentheses or powers. So looking at my PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, we do what first? Looks like we are at multiplication right there. So we're going to do this as 42 minus 58. So 58 subtract 42 equals 16. for number 5. Number 6. Ooh, this one's beautiful. Look at all that. Bracket and a parenthesis. So let's do the innermost one. That's going to be this situation right here. We have to translate that power first. Now that is not 5 times 2. It is 5 times 5. So that's 25 times 3. That's going to be in our little bracket. Minus 5 to the second power is 5 times 5. So that's going to be 25 minus 55. All right, double check that you got all your information. Let's do what's next. We have a parenthesis here. Oh, and then we have a bracket right here we got to take care of. So in this parenthesis right here, we have 25 times 3. And I'm thinking of quarters. And I know that if I have 3 quarters, I have 75 minus 25. And they have brackets around them. Minus 55. Okay, so 75 minus 25 I know is 50. Again, I'm thinking of quarters. So then look how simple this gets if you go slowly. 55 minus 5. What's our answer there, friends? Yeah, 5. Good job. Okay, number 7. I don't see any parentheses or powers. But looking at our please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, I see the next thing I need to do is multiplication before addition. So let's do some multiplication here. Let's do that as 70 plus, well, let's see, 3 times 30. I know 3 times 3 is 9. Bring down the 0. So I have 70 plus 90. And I know that I can quickly add these together, 90 and 70. $160. Okay, ooh, this one's great. There's brackets, parentheses, and braces? That's right, braces. Okay, let's do the innermost one. There's a brace here and a brace here, a bracket here and a bracket here. So it looks like this is our innermost piece. So 5 minus 2 is 3 times 1. That's in a bracket. Times 3. Okay, then we have 2 to the second power, which is 2 times 2 plus 4. Okay, do what's in the bracket. Again, we have 1 times 3 is 3 times 3. And that's supposed to be in a brace. That's what my braces look like. Plus 4. So 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 4 equals 13. Okay, we can do it. We're getting there. Okay, looking at this, there's a brace, bracket, parenthesis. Looks like this is going to be our first one we're going to do. So 6 divided by 2 is 3 minus 4 times 3 times 2. Okay, next one we're going to do, 4 minus 3 is 1 times 3. Remember, we go left to right. So 1 times 3, and then times the 2. 1 times 3 is 3. Then we have a 2 left over. So then we have 2 times 3 is 6. So our answer is 6. Number 10, algebra, find the unknown. Okay, let's translate this, shall we? So we have 3 to the third power, which is 3 times 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So this is 27 plus 3 times 5. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. What do we need to do next? You're right, multiplications first. So then this is going to be 15. I'm writing over my board, and that's okay. Plus 27. So 27 plus 15 42. So I'm going to write K equals 42 and circle it. Okay, now we've got brackets and parentheses. So first thing we need to do is translate that exponent. So 3 times 3 is 9 times 4 parentheses. I can do that next parenthesis a little neater. Let's try that again. Parenthesis minus 30. And then this is in a bracket, and this is in a bracket, minus 12. Okay, so now I need to do what's in the parentheses. So 9 times 4 is 36. Minus 30, because that's in my bracket, minus 12. Okay, 36 minus 30 is going to equal 6 minus 12. So 12 minus 6 equals 6. So B equals 6. Ta-da! Three students are on the same team for a relay. They finished the race in 54.3 seconds. The runners' times are shown in the table. Evaluate 54.3 minus 18.8 plus 17.7 to find the time of the third runner. Record your answer in the table. Ooh, okay. Okay, so our total that we have, gotcha. We're trying to find this number right here. So the first thing we need to do is what's in the parentheses. So we have 18.8 plus 17.7. Remember, when you're doing decimals, you have to line the decimals up. Put a little decimal point right there. So 8 plus 7 is 15. 8 plus 7 again is 15, plus 1 more is 16. And 3 ones is 36. Then we have 54.3, because 54.3 was the total time. So I'm over here on the left-hand side. I'm going to do my work of 54.3. And we need to subtract 36, because that's the combined time of the two other runners, 0.5. Now remember, when you're subtracting decimals, you have to line up the decimals. So looking at this, I can see I cannot take 5 from 3, so I come over here and turn that into a 3 and this into a 13. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's going to be 8 left over. Bring the decimal down. Now I cannot take 6 from 3, so I got to borrow from this side again and regroup. Now I can do that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 7 in between there. Now 4 minus 3 is 1. So the lone number I am missing is 17.8. Okay, number 13. You can find the temperature in degrees Celsius by using the expression 5 times Fahrenheit negative 32 divided by 9. If the temperature of a cup of hot chocolate is 104 degrees Fahrenheit, what is the temperature of the cup of hot chocolate in degrees of Celsius? Okay, so it's really confusing. They pretty much just want you to plug this number in right there where it says F. So we're going to plug that number in. 5 times, now I put in the degree of the hot chocolate. 104 is pretty toasty. That's going to be toasty on your tongue. Minus 32 divided by 9. Now, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. It looks like we have a parenthesis here. We need to do what's in the parenthesis first. So we have 104 subtract 32. So we have 2, cannot take 3 from 0, so we're going to do that into a 10. And then we know that's going to be 70. Okay, so this right here is 72. Then we have a times 5 divided by 9. Our next expression we're going to use, we come back here to our please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We're going to do multiplication first. So we're going to do 72 times 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 7 is 35, 36. So now we have 360 divided by 9. Now I know that 9 and 36 are a factor. In fact, 4 will go into it. So 36 divided by 9 is 4. I'm just going to bring that 0 over. And so I know that it's 40 degrees Celsius. Do a little degree mark like this and a Celsius. Circle it so that we can find your answer easily. Number 14, Ryan and Maggie evenly split the cost of a $12 pizza. So there's 2 bodies. They also have a coupon for $2 off. Write and evaluate a numerical expression to find the cost each person will pay. Okay, so think about it. We have a $12 pizza, right? And they have a coupon. So we're going to take the coupon off by doing a subtraction problem. And we're going to group that together so we know we do that first. Okay? Then there are 2 bodies. 2 people. So 12 minus 2 is 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So each person will spend about $5 thanks to that trusty rusty coupon. Number 15. Show 2 different ways you can use parentheses to rewrite the expression so that the value is different. Ooh. Explain why expression has a different value. Let's do that. Let's do the parentheses in the first part. So let's group together the first part, which is 4 plus 2 times 3 minus 1. Okay, so 4 plus 2 is 6, and then we times the 3, and that's going to equal 18. Whoops, let's see. I do it right. Minus 1. So that right there is going to be 18 minus 1 is going to equal 17. Okay, there's our answer for that one. Now we got to put the parentheses in a different spot so it makes a different value. So let's do 4 plus 2, and then let's do times, then put a parenthesis, 3 minus 1. Okay, so let's do what's in the parenthesis first. 3 minus 1 is 2. Then we have times 2 plus 4. Now please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And we have to go left to right. So the next thing we do is we do multiplication, and we have to go left to right. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 4 is 8. Can you see how just changing where the parenthesis was changed the value? That's why it's important you follow your instructions. There you go. When and why does it matter? The order matters when you have parentheses, brackets, braces, and or different operations involved. All right, friends, join me on the homework. Go ahead and raise your hand and have me come check out your work for your guided practice, please.